It was a couple years ago, and I was talking to my friend Eddie. And Eddie and I were talking about life, professional careers. I think we were talking about resumes. And Eddie said something that really resonated with me and will always stick with me. He said, saying you have more experience than someone else just means that you've failed more than they have. That's it. And I think nothing could be more true than cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, NFTs, Web3, whatever part of the blockchain-backed ecosystem you want to look at. There really are no experts. There are just people who have failed more. And so in this episode, I want to talk about what a lot of people have been talking about recently on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and that's the idea that there are no experts in crypto. I'm Jarrett Carpenter, and this is More Than Blockchain. To build on the idea that I spoke about in the intro, where Eddie had shared that experience just means that you've failed more than other people, I want to play a clip that recently came out after Giannis Antetokounmpo lost and was knocked out of the NBA playoffs. And I never thought that Giannis would be on More Than Blockchain, but here he is in a post-game press conference, and I'm going to let you listen to the exchange between Giannis and the journalist.
Do you view this season as a failure?
Oh my God. Okay, because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay, do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success, And if you've never, I don't want to make it personal. So there's always steps to it, Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. No, I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why you asking me that question? It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. There's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. And that's what sports is about. You don't always win. Some other people's gonna win. And this year somebody else is gonna win. Simple as that. We're gonna come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, not have a 10-day stretch with playing bad basketball. And hopefully we can win a championship. So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failures? No, it was not. It was steps to it, and we were able to win one. Hopefully we can win another one. Sorry that I didn't want to make it personal because you asked me the same question last year, and last year I was in the right mind space to answer the question back, but I remember it.
If you haven't heard this clip before and want to share it with somebody else, I'll leave the link to this clip down in the episode show notes. But I just absolutely love what Giannis is talking about here. He builds on the idea that Eddie had in the intro, which is like, hey, experience just means I've had more failures than you. And those failures kind of brought me to whatever success you may perceive that I've had. And Giannis speaks to that exact same thing. And I absolutely love his use of Michael Jordan's career. He says, yeah, Michael Jordan played for 15 years and he won 6 rings. Are we to assume that the other 9 were just failures? Or did those allow him to get those 6 rings? It's these type of questions and the reframing of our perspective that I think are super valuable right now in crypto. And I'm not exactly sure why I've been seeing this trend on LinkedIn and Twitter of talking about how there are no experts, but I just wanted to create this episode to kind of weigh in on that. Because I don't think there are experts in crypto. It's just frankly too new. If you want to be an expert on the Roman Empire, I'll probably believe that. If you want to be an expert on the Bible, I could probably buy into that. These are things that have been around long enough that you can grow an expertise. But Bitcoin came out 14 years ago. So I don't think you can be an expert on that, especially when we know that 40 to 45% of people in crypto now came in 2021. So we're all new. And on that, I just want to say, if you're in the space and you have some experience, whether that's a year, 2 years, 6 months, 7 years, 8 years, even 10 years, let's go ahead and make two things happen. Let's make the space currently a lot more inviting so people that are there can remain curious and continue to learn. And if you have some experience, let's go ahead and onboard people, also creating the same type of environment where people are incentivized to stay curious so that way they can learn. That's really the only way that this is going to move forward. I know for me and my personal crypto journey, there were 2 or 3 people that were fundamental in bringing me into the space and helping me understand what was going on. And by leveraging their experience, we can read here their failures and successes. I was able to skip some of their failures to get quicker to some of my own personal successes. So anyways, this episode is to say that there are no experts in crypto. There are just people that maybe have had more experience. And for you, if you've had more experience, let's go ahead and make the space better for everyone. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of More Than Blockchain. And to learn more about the podcast, go ahead and check out our website at morethanblockchain.xyz. As always, you can find us on social media at More Than Blockchain. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast no matter where you're listening to it, whether that's on a podcast platform or on YouTube. And if you enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and share it with a family member, friend, colleague. You can DM the link, text it, email it, however you want to share it. Please go ahead and do that. And thanks so much for checking out this episode of More Than Blockchain. I'll see you next time.